Hi, intrepid viewers and trendsetters everywhere. Welcome to Tarot Down Under. I'd just like to say before I start that in case you're new to this channel, let's just be perfectly clear. I think that Trump has the brain of a goldfish and the morals of a puff adder. And I seriously don't think running a family business into bankruptcy 6 times should be in the job description for the President of the United States. So if you don't agree with that assessment, it's fine. You're a click away from freedom. There you go. No surprises for you then. Okay, now for the rest of us. With the summit in Hanoi, and nothing got agreed, which is what I said, but I missed the fact that they would walk away, and I shouldn't have missed that. I'm a bit cranky with myself. And as a reader, you're always learning too. And I suspect it was a bit, when I did that reading, I was so ho-hum about, anything happening from that summit. So the energy wasn't there, took my eye off the ball. And now I think there's actually a more interesting question, because with Putin, we know that he sent Sergei Lavrov there, Trump's permanent back channel, to drop off the mail. So I want to know, was this a coup for Putin? Is he really pleased with this result? Or was it a monumental screw-up? I can't quite get a handle on it in a way, and there's been so much else going on in the news, I haven't had time to find out anymore. So I'd like to know that. How did that all play out for Putin? Let's have a look, and then we'll move on to Captain America, Michael Cohen, and see what's likely in the wash-up there. So, the Hanoi summit, from Putin's perspective on that. All right, let us see. Might do a slightly different layout. Oh yeah, could be. Okay. This is, it's curious, isn't it? This is the lovers, or the two of Cups, very lover-esque, and all jokes aside, but not really. How Trump famously was swayed by the beautiful letters he got, and there was this bizarre use of the L word in terms of this relationship. It's on top of Putin's reading. So one interpretation could be the connection between Putin and Kim Jong-un, or Trump and Kim Jong-un, or Trump and Putin, or the three of them, even though there's 2 represented here. So let's just see what else, and I'll come back to what I think this is about. So 8 of Wands, very sudden stuff happening, which is what happened. It was going along in this sort of happy days bromance, and then boom, total 8 of Wands. Diminished celebration, the 4 of Wands. So this is definitely Trump and Kim Jong-un, in the sense that they were still shaking hands and pretending everything was okay. And if you look in this, it's hard to see in this card, but the people aren't watching anymore. And that was literally happening. Everyone was watching Cohen. No one was actually watching what they were doing. So given the perspective of these very big wands, it can only be described as falling short. It's the card of falling short. Now, this reinforces that. victories and losses, victories at any cost, but it doesn't work that way. So when you rip off the people you work with, they end up walking away from you. So, again, I'm just being bombarded intuitively. It's like there's so many things going on simultaneously. Now we've introduced Putin into the mix. So I've got to keep reminding myself this is Putin's reading. So I think he saw them walking away and he's going, well, we live to fight another day. I've still got a couple of swords in my belt. I'll take it from there. So the devil, the devil, the devil. Now, personally, I don't believe in the devil or evil per se. You know, human beings do diabolical things. Everyone has their own belief system. But in tarot generally, being tied to the devil is being tied to corruption or tied to addiction or tied or chained to something that is destructive. So here, again, it could be construed that Putin is pulling the strings and has chained the others to him. Entirely possible. But in any event, the energy is nasty and the other players are locked in. Putin himself, whether or not he actually does dress-ups as the devil, is a magician. He's hard to like, hard to kill. He is a transformer. He is keeping the Russian Federation going in the image he has created. At this point, he is still a powerful man, immensely powerful. But I'm not alone as a reader in suggesting Putin's only got a year or two left, maybe a bit more, and things are going to radically change in Russia and he will not be part of it. Okay, but at the moment, this is where we are at the moment. Okay. And outcome, Putin's not happy. No matter what I could pick up on or not pick up on in here, he's not happy. It's almost a lose, 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 right? I think, here's what I think. Here's the digression, viewers. I don't think Kim Jong-un would have gone in negotiating as he did without first talking to Russia. He's only got two allies, Russia and China. He can't afford to neglect them. I think, now I'm looking at this, I think Lavrov was sent there to talk to Kim Jong-un as well as the letters to Trump. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. So this meeting was heavily orchestrated, I think, by the magician, Putin, because that's how he is. But it just went a little bit wrong. It went a little bit wrong, and Putin is not happy. Someone went off script. Someone went off script. So I wonder what that's about. I mean, Kim Jong-un can either modernize his country and be a hero, or he can go on being a mini dictator, or not so mini, a fully fledged dictator. He's got to make choices. I think Putin thought he had it all under control, and that just for diplomatic reasons, just for reasons of optics, that they'd hang in and say something at the end that was more of the same. You know, we'll have further talks, which is what they did say. But not, I don't think he saw it falling over either. Interesting. All right, now, Captain America has given his testimony. It's like watching a bad mob movie, isn't it, really? You know, Goodfellas Mark 18 or something. It's just that particular accent and the way he conducts himself. But look, I think he did quite a good job. This has to be immense pressure. I think he performed, if that's the right word, very well under that extreme pressure. He must be genuinely, massively worried, and that showed. He should be worried. Not going to do fun jail time. But is it enough? Is it enough? You know. So let's see. Outcome for the public. I'm going to shift gears here. I'm going to change deck. I'm getting more into my Japaridze at the moment. So what do we want to know, viewers, about Cohen? I think we sort of know where the GOP stand. We know where the Dems stand. So did he convince the public or not? Those who are genuinely undecided? How could you be undecided in this current climate in America? But I'm sure there are zillions of people in that category. What was the public reaction or the range of reactions of Cohen's testimony? Where does this leave the public? Where does this leave the public? Cohen's testimony. Cohen's testimony. What will be the reaction, not just today, but in the next few weeks, as people digest it? The public. Has he managed to sway the public? All right. The devil, he's still seen in a devilish capacity. I don't know if this answers the question exactly. It's more the story of Cohen. So, as we were just saying in the other deck, being chained to the devil. If anyone was chained to the devil, it was Cohen. So, at least he has spoken his truth, for want of a better word, an overused and underused word, truth. But he admits he was chained to the devil. And I like that warning he gave to one of the Republicans too. I've lied for Trump for 10 years. If you do too, look out. Okay. So behind him was the good life, the 10 of Cups. This is sure as hell in his past. What's under him now? He gets the 2 5s. The poor bastard. Look, my higher self is going to say I almost feel sorry for Cohen, but he really has been a bully boy in his own right. It's all very well saying Trump made me do it, but he could have said 1 year in, 2 years in, 8 years in, you know what, I'm not going to be your head kicker. Get someone else to be your head kicker and I'll be your lawyer. He could have, but he didn't. Okay? So, having said that, I'm trying to be more kind. Okay, but the poor thing, he gets the 5 of Cups, disappointment and loss. Okay, he gets the 5 of Gardens, which is the 5 of Pentacles, out in the cold. There's no one further out and there's no one colder, the poor thing. Okay, and as he said, he has lost everything. Now, the question was about the public. 6 of Wands. I think he has made a bit of an inroads. If you like, the violin player is Cohen speaking to the assembly. You know, it's actually quite a fitting image. He had the spotlight. I think to some extent his testimony was compelling. So we know already the GOP don't care if the country gets dismantled on Trump's watch, it would appear. They've surrendered anything they had about looking after the country. So whether he convinced some of them, whereas the smart-ass sort of ones were just still poking him about being a liar. But I'm going to have to do a clarifier on this. This is definitely Cohen speaking, but I'm interested in the public. So, cards, please tell me, did he sway the public? Is it going to have a lasting influence? Strength. Okay, I'm happy enough with that. So the Strength card, trying to rise above our animal instincts, having inner fortitude, having external strength. So Cohen has displayed, I think, possibly for the first time in his life, strength. And that has paid off. People looked at him in the spotlight, and even those who didn't like him had to admire him on some level for his strength. I think that's a fair enough summary. You know, we've got a long way to go in this circus as it unfolds. Darling viewers. Okay, thanks for those comments. It takes me a while every day to get through them, but I read every comment and I love you for it, and thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to see you soon. Bye for now.